I let my 30-year-old brother beat me up, and it was the best day of my life. My brother still lived at home at 30 years old, and everyone on the outside thought he was this amazing guy. But at home, different story. I was doing homework at the kitchen table when I heard my mom's muffled cry from upstairs, then a crash. "Where's the money from your paycheck?" his voice boomed. I knew better than to go up there. Last time I tried to help, he twisted my arm so badly I literally couldn't write for a week, then told everyone I was clumsy and fell off my bike. The thing about my brother Tick was that, yes, he was abusive, but he was also smart. He always made sure the bruises were placed where nobody could see. Once, when I threatened to tell my teacher, he held my head underwater in the bathroom sink until black spots filled my vision. "Nobody will believe you," he said, smirking whenever I gasped for air. "I'm Coach Mike. I help kids. And who are you? You're just a dramatic teenager on her period." He was right. When Mom called the cops after he punched a hole through her door, they showed up and just talked to him on the front porch. I watched from my window as he laughed with them. "You know how moms get, officers. She's going through menopause. Very emotional." He rolled his eyes like she was a lot to handle. They left without even coming inside. The worst part was watching Mom shrink into herself. She used to sing while cooking. Now she'd flinch whenever she heard his car in the driveway. Started keeping her purse in my room because he'd take whatever cash she had. "For gas," he'd say, then come home wasted and reeking of the devil's lettuce at 3 a.m. Everything changed when his girlfriend's parents invited us to their 25th anniversary party. My brother spent all week talking about how Mr. Montgomery was going to offer him a management position at one of his stores. I remember being there and staring at all the normal families laughing, eating tiny sandwiches, kids playing without fear. My brother was in full performance mode, charming everyone. His girlfriend's mom kept saying how lucky we were to have such a wonderful son and brother. That's when I saw him lock eyes with my mom across the patio. He made that subtle gesture with his fist, the same one he did at home before hitting her, a silent threat that meant behave or else. Mom immediately looked down, her hand moving to her bruised ribs, and she winced. Mrs. Montgomery noticed immediately. "Oh dear, are you all right?" "Just tired," Mom whispered. "Well, you must be so proud of Mike," Mrs. Montgomery continued, turning to me. "He is such a wonderful brother, isn't he?" Anger filled my heart. That's when I snapped. "Proud?" I laughed, but it sounded like broken glass. "Yeah, super proud," I said, smiling at Mrs. Montgomery. "Mike's been helping out so much at home lately." My brother's eyes flicked to me, a warning, but this time I ignored it. Mrs. Montgomery beamed. "That's wonderful. What a good son." I nodded. "He's been between jobs for a bit, so he has lots of time to help Mom." His smile tightened. Only I could see the muscle jumping in his jaw. "Between jobs?" Mrs. Montgomery looked confused. "But he said he was an esteemed teacher." "Oh right, the coaching thing," I said innocently. "That's volunteer work. But hey, experience is experience, right, Mike? Anything for the resume?" His breathing changed, shorter. I recognized it instantly and kept going. "At least he's 30 and figuring things out," I continued conversationally. "Some people know what they want younger, but everyone's different." 30? His girlfriend blinked. "You said you were 26. Did he?" I tilted my head. Time flies, I guess. That's when he snapped, crossed the patio in 3 strides, and backhanded me across the face. Slap. I hit the ground hard, champagne glasses shattering around me. Blood filled my mouth. "You're dead. You hear me? Dead. Just like I promised last time." "Whoa, whoa." His friend Gabe came back from the bathroom and pushed through the crowd of people ready to beat his ass to a pulp. His sister is always starting drama. I've seen her do this before. Gabe's voice died as soon as he saw me. He stared at my bloody face, the shattered glasses, my mom cowering behind a pillar. Then his eyes landed on the bruises climbing up my arm. "Oh my gosh," Gabe whispered, stepping backward. "Mike, what did you—" "Those bruises are—" "Shut up!" my brother roared at him. "You're supposed to have my back." Gabe kept backing away, his face pale. I didn't know. The next part happened fast. Mr. Montgomery grabbed my brother's arm. Tick shoved me backward and I fell into a table full of glasses. The crash was tremendous. Women screamed. Then my brother made the mistake of taking a swing at Mr. Montgomery. Within minutes, security had him pinned. Real cops showed up, not the friendly ones from our neighborhood. Mr. Montgomery was apparently golf buddies with the chief of police. He was arrested on the spot. But what I didn't anticipate was the jails being overcrowded and him being let out on good behavior after just 3 weeks in a cell. Because for the entirety of his stay, there was just one thing on his mind: getting revenge on me. Full story on channel, link below.